So what's up, YouTube? You guys get to hear the show with the new mic. Of course, that's pretty badass for you. I hope it sounds good. We go on air in 30 seconds. I like the new set. You don't get to see the whole new set because we had some technical difficulties, but we'll make do. We'll make do. Stick around. It's going to be a good show. We have 10 seconds till there. Hope you enjoy the show. Here we go. Hey, what's going on? This is your boy B Grinch. Welcome to Underground Live LSTV, brought to you by Anarchy Media, Narcan Nasal Spray, and Thoughties Breakfast Cereal, the cereal with a crunch. It's good to see you guys. Unfortunately, Brittany's not here. Brittany bitch has had a bit of an emergency. Her dog died, or her mom died. No, it was her mom's dog that died. How you doing, Bonnie? So she won't be joining us this evening, but she will be back next week. So have no fear. Brittany will be here. You see, Bonnie, you consume my mind so much that I love you. I'm glad you received your gift. That's what you get for sharing the show. Anyway, she had an unexpected emergency and she won't be with us this evening, but the show must go on, as I say. I'm doing fine, Bonnie. Thank you for asking. Unfortunately, we're on the new set, but how you doing, Joy? This is not the real new set with the microphones and the teleprompter and the camera because Brittany has the console with her and was not able to drop it off. So you're seeing me on a normal forward camera instead of the wide lens, the wide angle lens, and the teleprompter is missing. And we're kind of going at this half-ass. So normally you'll be able to see the whole entire set, but not tonight. Tonight you just get, how you doing, Drew? How you doing, Jen? Yeah, this is the new set, but unfortunately it's not, full capacity. We're missing a couple of computers. We're missing some console that Brittany has, but she was stricken down with a temporary emergency that she had to tend to, and she will be back. So next week you'll have Brittany bitch back and the entire set will be finished. And I love you too, Joy, and everything will be wonderful and right with the world. Let's get started with the show. So you're not going to believe what happened to me in one day. Two things on Thursday and on Thursday night. All right, so check this out. In the afternoon, Brittany and I are working. Now, my office is in my bedroom. I have my desk in my bedroom. So a lot of times when we do work, it's in my room. So I'm sitting at my desk. Brittany's working, sitting on my bed, and we're doing some writing and some, things that have to do with the new show and whatnot, and with the new set rather. And I get this message on Messenger. This girl telling me that she wants to have some kind of video sex with me. This is true. I'm not fucking around. Okay. Both these stories are absolutely true. You're not going to believe this shit. So she calls me on video chat and she's half naked. She's wearing her shirt. She's naked from the bottom down. And she's asking me to pull my cock out. So me being, I like to accommodate people's requests. I walk into the bathroom. How you doing, Tammy? I walk into the bathroom and I was about to do it, take it out. But unfortunately, I felt a little bit creepy with Brittany being in the next room. So I declined and I hung up with her with full intentions to call her back after Brittany left. But she had taken down her whole entire profile. So her profile was missing. And I never got a chance to have phone sex with her. Although she did take her shirt off and she did have a nice chest. And then I disconnected the call. Now, that night, it was Thursday into Friday morning, I get another message. And it's this girl, and she's telling me that she's in the same industry as I am, the live broadcasting industry, and that she works for a live cam sex network. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I had been on Chatterbait and YesCam 4 times. I have been in front of a live cam having sex and receiving oral sex. And the cool thing about it, what's up, Stacy? How you doing? Nicely, Dawn. How are you? The cool thing about it was while I was receiving oral sex, I was doing the format just like I was doing the talk show. And she actually gained over 400 viewers, 400 followers just because of me, because, you know, B Grinch got to go and bossa nova. And, but then I decided that it wasn't for me anymore, you know, that I like to keep my shit fairly private, unless, of course, you request pics, then I accommodate. But she told me that she wanted me to meet me. She wanted to meet me. She was willing to come to my house. She asked me if I could host. I said, absolutely. Brittany had left, and we're talking about meeting each other. She wants me to, you know, come partner up with her on her show, which I told her I can't because I'm going to, you know, contract now with Anarchy Media, and I don't do any of the live broadcasting other than what I do for the show. And she said, well, I still would like to meet you. I'll come over. So I said, hey, that'd be great. And then she throws at me, yeah, you'll just have to cash at me $30 and another $70 when I get there. I was like, excuse me? You want me to pay for your visit? I'm like, bitch, you out your goddamn mind. So with that being said, she got quickly disconnected, and that was that. Stupid bitches. I'll tell you what, want me to pay for their visit when it should be the other way around. I should definitely be charging for my presence. I'm just saying. This is a crazy story. I ran into my friend. First, before I get into that, I just want to quickly, in front of all you, you can actually break their bones. Friend. I know. How you doing, Mindy? I know that sounds crazy, and that's not right. He was, in fact, having sex with his girlfriend's best friend when, and I guess they were doing anal, when his penis, his erection, slipped out of her rectum, and he forced it right into her coccyx, her tailbone, and literally bent his erection in half. So joking around, I said, well, what did you have to do? Fucking tape a popsicle stick to it? And he actually fucking said, no, a pencil. Is that crazy? Now, of course, when he went flaccid again, things seemed to be okay, but he had to get medical treatment. I didn't want to get too much into it more than that with him, but homeboy broke his boner. Now, the craziest thing about this is that he had to admit to his girlfriend that he cheated on her, but he didn't say with her best friend. So although they're on the outs, she's still best friend with the girl who fucked her boyfriend. Isn't that a crazy world we live in, guys? Just how you doing, Becky? Just a crazy fucking world that we live in. Check this out. New York Attorney General Letitia James is demanding that police and the police departments immediately release body cam footage when incidents that, you know, need that footage, you know, released, be it released immediately. Now, local authorities are not happy with this, probably because they edit it or whatnot. How you doing, Tommy? Nice of you to join us. But nevertheless, she wants the body cam footage released. She wants the body cam footage released immediately to the public. So this way, the public doesn't have an opportunity to come to their own conclusions before the body cam footage is released. And that's what they're going to do. How you doing, Julia, baby? Let me tell you guys something. Anybody fucks with Julia Fike, I will come to your fucking town and I will fuck you up. Anyway, yeah, so that's what Letitia James is now pushing for. She's the Attorney General of New York, and she wants that body cam footage released immediately, and she will get her way. Time Magazine listed the 3 best jobs. How you doing, Lana? Time Magazine listed the 3 best jobs of 2020 during the pandemic. The number one job being front-end engineer, whatever that is. A front-end engineer is the number one job to have in 2020 during the pandemic, with the second best job being a Java developer. So a Java developer, how you doing, Ari? A Java developer is the second best job in 2020 during the pandemic, leaving number 3, a data scientist. That is the third best job in 2020 during the pandemic. Now, Time also released the 3 worst jobs in 2020 during the pandemic. The first number 1 worst job is being a crack whore. That's right. Being a crack whore in 2020 during the pandemic is the job to possibly have. With the second worst job being in 2020 during the pandemic is crack whore assistant. Yep, that is the second worst job to have in 2020 during the pandemic, leaving, of course, the third worst job in 2020 during the pandemic is crack whore in training. Yes, those are the 3 worst jobs to have in 2020 during our time of pandemic. So now you guys are aware of the 3 best and the 3 worst jobs to have during the pandemic. Stay away from the crack whore jobs. They're not safe. There are a lot of occupational hazards. You can catch COVID, for crying out loud. I'm just saying. In the news, a factory in Vietnam was raided for reselling used condoms. This is true. This is in the news. A factory in Vietnam was raided by police. They were closed down for literally reselling used condoms. I'm not exactly sure what the process is to, how you doing, YouTuber? I have to say hello to the YouTuber over here off to my side. He's the only one that actually, or she's the only one that actually gets to hear me through the mic. You guys are hearing me all roomy and shit because I don't have the mic set up. For those of you just joining in, Brittany is not with us tonight. She had some problems and she left the console at her house, which controls all 3 computers that we have and the mics that we have and the teleprompter. So I'm swinging this with my cock out. But she will be back next week where everything is fine and things will be great. Things will be going bossing over just like me. So yeah, that factory was shut down. 2 men robbed a convenience store. You're not going to believe this. With watermelon masks. That's right. They cut a watermelon in half, cut out the eyes, and wore them over their head to rob a convenience store. One of the men were taken into custody while the other man is still at large. That's creative now. I got to say, when you rob a convenience store with a melon over your head, a watermelon, pretty much they're not going to see nothing but your eyes. So I don't know if that's smart or if that's stupid, but nevertheless, it happened. That's bad. I don't get it. I don't think I want to get it, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah. Fox News reports that a 54-year-old man in Massachusetts overdosed on black licorice. This is true. This is from Fox News. 54-year-old man in Massachusetts overdosed on black licorice. And I got to say, being a Twizzler fan myself, I haven't had black licorice since I was a kid. But nevertheless, I used to like black licorice when I was younger. I don't know exactly if I were to like black licorice now, but all I could say is BLM. I support it. Black licorice matters, folks. Black licorice matters. Florida man shoots through his own windshield in a road rage self-defense act. That's right. Marco Mazzetta was driving along with his buddy when a gentleman in a Nissan 370Z bumped him from the back, then came alongside of him and cut him off. Now, as he was driving alongside Mazzetta thought that he saw the man brandishing a gun, to which case when the man pulled in front of him, rather than roll down the window, this brainiac Mazzetta decided to shoot the rounds a full clip through his own windshield at the gentleman in the Nissan. This is true. You can Google it. That comes from TMZ. Now, the crazy thing about this, they have to be deaf. And this is a story that I don't tell very often. But when I was a correctional officer, one of my jobs were to take the inmates to the hospital. So I had my own police unit. And a detective working overtime in the jail had hurt himself. And I was told to bring him to the hospital in my police unit. So I transported him to the hospital. And on our way there, he witnessed what he thought was the commission of a felony. So he told me to go lights and siren. How you doing, Joy? Nice of you to join us. He told me to go lights and sirens and chase this guy, me having no evasive driving training other than the training I've given myself that landed me without a license since 2008. That's what happens when you drive your car into a canal, then subsequently into a work van, and then 2 weeks later through someone's house. You tend to not want to drive anymore. So therefore, I don't. I use my boots to put the mileage on. How you doing, Matthew? Long time no see. But actually, we were in a high-speed chase. I was driving with this detective in a high-speed, pursuit. And we pulled up next to the guy, to which the detective told me to roll down my window. Now, here I am thinking that the detective is just going to scream at this motherfucker to pull over. But no, he takes out his .40 caliber pistol, puts it right in front of my face, across my face, out the window, and lets off 2 rounds right in front of my fucking face. What's up, Judson? The shell casing, one of them hit me in the face, burning my face. The other hitting my neck, burning my neck, and completely deafening me. Because I don't know if you guys have ever heard a gun go off, but that shit's fucking loud, especially when it's right in your face. It completely deafened me. I was deaf for 3 months. I got a month and a half, having a problem talking. I'm very upset over Brittany not being here. I had to put this together on the fly. But yeah, I was off for a month and a half. How you doing, Gabriel? Nice of you to tune in. I was given a month and a half off, paid leave. I finally got my hearing back, but I had tinnitus for another 3 months, which is a ringing in your ears that finally went away. I should be wearing hearing aids right now. Luckily, they thought I was going to have to. But my hearing is better, although I am somewhat still deaf from the music business. That's what happens when you don't wear earplugs while you're playing in front of 1,000 people on stage, like I used to do. Yes, I've rocked thousands of faces. Bon Jovi has rocked millions of faces. I've rocked thousands of faces. Nevertheless, yeah, that's a crazy story. He was put on administrative leave for doing such a fucking stupid fucking thing. And quite honestly, I don't know what happened to him after that, because it was shortly after that that I resigned from the police department, because quite honestly, it's reasons like that that I dislike police officers. They do stupid fucking things like put a gun in front of a correctional officer's face and let off 2 rounds. I was burned right here on the chin and right here on the fucking neck. And that shit burnt. And that was actually no good. I really thought I was going to go deaf. That shit's crazy. Anyway, we're going to get right to the quote of the week from my girl, Miley B. She quotes, "We fake orgasms, we fake leg shaking. We're doing it all for you so you don't feel bad, my G." Do you guys really fake orgasms? I mean, I have to think. I've given very many women very many orgasms, and now I have to rethink myself. How many of them were actually faked? Probably a lot of them. And that's saddening to me. For the longest time, I really thought I had it going, that bossa nova. But apparently, I might not have been. I don't know. But we're just going to say that B. Grinch actually accomplished his goal and gave women the orgasms that they deserved. See, this is why, I'll tell you what, a lot of people might think that that this is, crazy or not. But when I engage in relations, fornication, I always go down on the woman first. I always make sure that the girl comes at least 2 or 3 times before we even have sex. So in case I can't get her to reach climax during sex, at least I have the satisfaction of knowing that she had 3 orgasms before I even stuck my boner inside of her. I'm trying to refrain from saying the word cock so much, because I say cock so much. Anthony, you fucking missed it, dude. You come in at this time of the fight. You come in literally 20 minutes late in the show, and you want to hear what happened to fucking Brittany. Now you can go back and watch the fucking show from the beginning, motherfucker, because I don't repeat myself. What happened to Britt? Where's Britt? I said it in the beginning of the show. Thank you guys, by the way, for tuning in during the debate. I appreciate that. I'm going to cut this short so you guys can actually go. Hey, Dawn, how you doing? Nice of you to tune in. We're coming right up to the end of the show now with the Urban Dictionary word of the week, which is smize. What smize is to smile with your eyes. Smize. Now, this brings a funny thought to my mind because my ex-wife, well, she was like my common law wife. We were together, lived together for over 10 years. She had something like that with her eyes. She had fuck me eyes. That's right. She could look across the room and she could, what does that say? I'm going to need you to make this subject a PSA. I don't quite understand what that means, but I'm sure I'll get it after the show is over. What Elizabeth used to do was she could look across the room at somebody and with her eyes, let them know, I'm DTF. I'm down to fuck. And she used those eyes to talk to a lot of fucking people. Those eyes got her laid. Britt's dog's mother died. Thank you for letting them know, Joy. Yeah, I could always count on you. I actually wanted him to go back and watch the show because that helps my numbers. But yeah, Elizabeth could tell you she was down to fuck just by looking at you. She had those eyes that could talk. That silly bitch. What a slut. What a whore. I wasted 10 years of my life with her. But I got to say, all the threesomes that we had, I will put that out as a PSA. I'll do that right now. Listen, men. Before engaging in sexual activity with your female, after you're done making out and playing with her boobies, before you actually stick your cock inside of her, go down on that bitch. Go down on that bitch, eat that bitch out, and make sure she has an orgasm, at least 3 of them. At least 3 of them. Don't be a selfish lover, okay? Make sure your girl has 3 orgasms, and then she can give you head to get that boner back up, and then you could bang the hell out of her. And then you don't have to worry about whether or not you give her an orgasm because you've already given her 3. That's B. Grinch's PSA for the week. That's all I got to say about that. With that being said, I want to make sure you guys visit www.bgrinch.com, the website. We got things like old shows that you could watch. We have the web store there that you could buy clothing and masks. And one more time for the people. All right, Joy, I'll give it to her one more time. Men, remember, before engaging in sexual activity with your girl, after you're done kissing and playing with her boobies, make sure you go down and eat that bitch out. Make sure she comes at least 3 times before you stick your little prick inside of her, because that little guy is probably not going to make her come during sex. And at least you have the satisfaction, unless you're B. Grinch, of having their girl orgasm 3 times before you completely fail her and then nut in 2 minutes and completely disappoint yourself and disappoint her. And really, it doesn't do much for your pride, unless, of course, you're B. Grinch, because I am the consummate satisfier. I am extremely gratuitous, but yet I actually will go down on a girl before having sex to make sure she climax at least 3 or 4 times before I even engage in the fornication, because B. Grinch got it going Bossa Nova, and I like to think that I'm that kind of guy. So check out www.bgrinch.com for your up-to-date wed news. What's up, James? For your up-to-date Underground Live news, old videos, the web store is there. You could see upcoming events, whole bunch of shit on www.bgrinch.com. Make sure you go there and check it out. And on Thursday night, 8 o'clock, on the Underground Live LSTV page on my wall, you can catch, or on YouTube on B. Grinch Live, you can catch my radio show, Underground Live Radio with B. Grinch, on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. It's a very good show. It's only 15 minutes long. So if you want to waste 15 minutes of your life listening to me on the radio, by all means, check that out. It's a fun show. We really go over the core questions of the week. we give my answers instead of their answers because, quite honestly, my answers are more interesting than theirs. And make sure you tune in next week when my girl, Brittany Bitch, is back on the set with all of our real equipment working and, functioning properly. We'll have the real wide lens camera so you can see the whole entire set. All you're seeing now is me sitting in front of this brick wall. The set is actually amazing. We did some job on this set. Thank you, Julia. You haven't even seen anything yet. Wait until we have the wide lens, the wide angle lens going, and the full equipment here with the mics and everything. Because right now, you guys are hearing me. It's kind of airy, but except for YouTube. YouTube's mic is set up, so they're hearing me crystal clear. When we come back next week, you guys won't have to hear this airy sound. It'll be like I'm coming to you right from your fucking living room. We have everything. This fucking set was no joke setting up. It was a lot of money that our investors invested in making this set possible. I'm very thankful to Anarchy Media, my company, LLC, for grabbing these investors. Brittany Bitch helped out an awful lot. I'm so glad to have her on the show. Obviously, you guys could tell that the show has changed an awful lot since Brittany has come aboard, and things are happening. So I'm very, very happy to have her aboard. She's great. Everybody loves her. I'm so glad you guys gave her such a warm welcome. And we're at the 26-minute mark, and I'm going to bid you guys adieu. So I thank you guys, new and old. I thank everybody new that joined in. We're on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, 8 Mountain, 7 Central, and 6 Pacific. So this is your boy B Grinch saying, keep it real, love each other, and peace. Thanks for tuning in, guys. CUNT. See you next Tuesday. That's the show, guys. Let me just share this guy. Hey, what's going on? That was a good show. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. And now it's time for me to bounce the fuck out of here.